Okay, y'all. Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Steve back here with you. Not my Steve back here with you. I'm with my brand new friend, Annie. She's going to be our yoga model today. Annie, again, I can't thank you enough for doing this, everybody. It really always helps us out. And I know everybody at this point, so many people have done it so many times, but still very, very grateful, everybody. Thank you for showing up to your mat. This is going to be not necessarily easy, right? The idea of it is to challenge ourselves a little bit, but I can guarantee it'll be absolutely worth it. So let's get started. We're going to get started in child's pose here today, please. You come towards kneeling. You separate your knees pretty wide to the edges of your mat. You allow your hips to sink back, your forehead to rest down. And really, all of those little cues for your body, well, I encourage you to adjust to fit your body. So it's not a one size fits all with this practice. Personalize it. So even if this posture doesn't work for you, just find a position in your body that you can relax in. But if you're with us here, close your eyes. As I said, it may not be totally easy, but it will be worth it. So I encourage you to require you to thank yourself for being here. Just a moment of gratitude to yourself. You're one of those people that show up, that do hard, difficult things. That's a good person to be. That's someone you would want on your team. And from here, we'll just begin by, as we normally do, with our 3 cleansing breaths. So just exhale everything out. And then together we'll take a big inhale through your nose. There we go. Exhale through your mouth, empty her out. Again, inhale through your nose, really big, everybody. And exhale through your mouth, empty her out. And we are going one more of those. Big inhale. And a cleansing, clearing exhale. All right, from here on out, if we can, we're going to seal our lips and breathe in through our nose nice and deep. You've been doing that already, so nothing different there. The difference is we're keeping our lips sealed and we're breathing out through our nose. Again, inhale through your nose for about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keeping your lips sealed, breathing out through your nose for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you just see how smooth you can make it, how meditative you can make it. Inhales, deep, full, and nourishing every cell of your body. And calming exhales, down regulating your nervous system, focusing your mind so we can get all the benefit from this. Saturday morning, breath-based meditation. Take on this breath. It's about 5 to 6 seconds in. It's about 5 to 6 seconds out. As I mentioned already, in through your nose and out through your nose, if that is at all possible. And that's breath works like magic to, as I mentioned before, downregulate your nervous system, focus your mind, and really is the facilitator in a practice that helps bring us back to a state of balance. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. Inhale. Exhale it out. Let's inhale. Make our way on up to tabletop, to your hands and to your knees. And from here, you got your knees underneath your hips there, your wrists underneath your shoulders. Just take your left leg and extend it straight back behind you. Now, we're going closed hip posture here. So you want to flex that foot. That means pull your toes back towards your shin. Spiral a little inward with your thigh so that your hips do remain level. And then inhale, lift your left leg up a little higher. Look up. Dip your stomach down. A little back bend here. Breathe in. Very good. Exhale, knee towards your nose, chin to your chest. Push your breath out. There we go. Let's go 2 more of those. Inhale, extend it back and look up. Breathe it in, spinal extension. And then exhale, round her down, chin to chest, navel up and in, deflection. Last one, everybody. Inhale. Breathe and drink up that ocean air deep into your lungs. And then exhale, round her down, chin to chest, push your breath out. Now take your left leg and extend it straight back. And then just take your right arm and extend it straight forward. And we won't be here too long, but do what you got to do to find a little bit of balance. Right? You can adjust your stance a little bit wider. You can bring a little bit more core engagement. But we'll go in 2 more breaths here, everybody. Inhale. Exhale. Very nice. Take 1 more inhale here. Great job, Annie. Exhale, set everything down, and we'll just switch that up. Take your right leg and extend it straight back behind you. Again, flex foot. You're spiraling inward, so your right toes might actually point towards the left side of your mat. That's inward rotation. The inner thigh spirals up, the outer down. Inhale, look up, lift your right leg higher. Breathe in here, spinal extension. Exhale, round her down, chin to chest. That's spinal flexion. Now give me 2 more on your own. Are you exaggerating the size, the depth, the length of the breath? And you can do the same thing with the movement here. Annie's off to a phenomenal start. Last one, everybody. Inhale. Nice. Exhale. Round her down. And then right leg, extend it straight back. Left arm, extend it straight forward. So spinal extension, spinal flexion, what we were just doing. Now this is more core engagement, 360 core engagement, by the way. Spinal strengthening, lengthening, and traction. So this stuff seems simple, but we got a whole lot cooking here. Take an inhale, lift everything up, breathe it in. Beautiful. Exhale, release, and set everything down. Now curl your toes, take an inhale here. And on your exhale, lift your knees up about 2 or 3 inches. There we go. A little bit more core engagement. We won't be here too long, everybody. Soften your face, the skin around your eyes, your jaw. Pull your hands and toes towards each other. Oh, yeah. Take 1 more inhale here. And then exhale. Send your hips up and back. Downward facing doggy. Good. Annie right away here is going into a little bit of movement. She's kind of pedaling it out, walking out her dog. You're welcome to do the same thing. Stillness seems a little bit like it might be a little better for you today. But breathe really deep. I'll bet you it's our first time getting upside down today, meaning our heart above our head. This is a really good position for our body to be in, especially when we're active and engaged and trying to saturate our blood with oxygen. Fingertips spread wide. Okay, we want high hips here. So she's putting a little bend in her knees and really trying to press her hips high. Chin to your chest, slightly, and then shoulders around towards the front of your body. So armpits pointing inwards. There we go. Nice job, y'all. Take an inhale here. Exhale. All right, let's look forward. Step your feet behind your wrists at the top of your mat. We're going to come to a forward fold. So feet are hips width apart. Bend your knees a lot. See if you can feel your lower belly on your upper thigh. Can you feel that? How about perhaps even your knees on your chest? There you go. And then head dropping down. If you want ragdoll, you take your pinkies to the crease of your opposite elbow. If you'd like a different version of this, feel free. But now we've got that deep bend. If you wanted to start to straighten your legs a little bit, Annie, you totally could. It's not a requirement. There we go. Let's go 3 more breaths here, y'all. Inhale. And already I know we're feeling that dull discomfort. Exhale. Believe it or not, that's a good thing. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath here. Take an inhale. Beautiful job. Exhale. Release your hands to the ground if they're not already. Heel toe your feet wider towards the edges of your mat. Sink your hips down. Angle, if you can, your heels and toes out. Sink your hips down. Malasana, your frog pose. So if you need your hands to the ground for a little support, you can do that or not. Are you good without, do you want blocks or anything? No? Okay. If you're okay with your hands being at heart center, great. Do what you got to do. For some of us, with ankle stuff or knee stuff, that might mean even skipping this. But try to press your heart forward, straighten your spine. That slight tuck of your chin to your chest, just like you have in downward facing dog, is going to lengthen your cervical spine. We're right side up. We're breathing in through our nose. And as you do, we are breathing our body taller and then wider at the top. There you go. Stay tall. Exhale, navel up and in. Interlace fingers. Release your index fingers. This is called a steeple mudra. Straighten your arms so that your biceps are by your ears. And then we're coming to standing in 5. Chest lifted. Good. 4. 360 core engaged. 3. Ooh, 2. Inhale. Take her all the way up to standing. Good. Heel toe your feet together in the center of your mat. And on your exhale, we're going to lean to your right and press your hips to the left. Deep breaths, everybody. Make sure in all these shapes you can maintain your breathing. It'd be easy to let our ego get involved and, just start to almost intuitively push ourselves a little bit too much, end up struggling and straining. Let's find the balance between too much and not enough. Inhale, come back through center. We'll just switch it up. Exhale, leaning left, pressing hips right. Now make sure your head is back a little bit so that your throat is open and visible. Your biceps, you want to frame your ears and straighten your arms as best you can. Perhaps you can dial your right shoulder back slightly. Right shoulder back. There we go. One more. Inhale. Exhale it out. Let's inhale, come back through center. You might want to lean it back a little bit. Could feel good. And then our exhale, we're going to fold and squat all the way down. Squat all the way down. So you're going to lift your heels, tuck your chin to your chest, and bring your forehead towards your knees. How high can you bring your heels? And can you feel the fascia of your feet just starting to stretch here? Rounding your spine. Looks amazing here, Annie. On our next inhale, we'll find a halfway lift. So drop your heels down. We'll straighten our legs to a certain degree. You can leave a little bend, but flatten your back and parallel it to the ground. And then exhale, fold, plant your palms, and step back to plank pose, high push-up position. Yeah. I would drop to my knees here. That's just me, y'all. If you're up for a challenge, we're going to inhale, shift forward. Shoulders come way in front of your wrist. Really good. And then you got to keep a strong core, everybody. Exhale, lower halfway down. Shoulders and hips should be moving together, just like she did. Inhales, upward facing dog. Now here, remember the tops of your feet are down, shoulders back, and then draw your navel in, and exhale, pull your hips to the sky, downward facing dog attack, y'all. Whoo! And here we're active, right? We're pressing down into our hands. We're trying to send our hips up and back. And I know if you're kind of new to this, we're always pushing a little bit, so the intuition is to straighten the legs and try to press your heels to the ground. But on a lot of us, that would cause our back to bubble out. And as I mentioned earlier, we want a straight spine and high hips. So little bend in your knee, little knee bend is your friend. Inhale, bend your knees some more, press your hips back and look forward. End of your exhale, you could walk or lightly hop, both feet between your hands so your heels and toes touch together. Now inhale, find your halfway lift, flat back and lengthen your spine. And then exhale, fold, you dive, and you empty out completely. Lead with your chest now, inhale, rise. Float your torso up, reach it high. You could take that steeple mudra or just grab your left wrist with your right hand. And then exhale, lean towards La Jolla till the sensation is telling you to stop. Inhale, back up, reach up and switch. Eat. Exhale, leaning towards Mission Beach. Your hips towards La Jolla. Very nice. Inhale, back through center, lean it back, stretch. Feel something head to toe here. And then exhale, fold and squat all the way down. Heels lift, chin to chest, forehead towards your knees. They don't have to touch. We're just trying. Inhale, halfway lift. Heels down, chest pulls out and hips pull back. Exhale, plant your palms, step to plank, Dandasana, shift forward and lower, halfway down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Looks awesome, Annie. Inhales, upward facing dog. Tops of the feet down. Can you lift your knees by engaging quadriceps and shoulders back? Navel in, exhale, hips to the sky. Dogger. Let that oxygen-rich blood flood into your brain, everybody. Simple flow here. We do it, some version of this every single class, but starting to build heat, starting to really engage all our muscles, which are releasing what they call hope molecules into our bloodstream. These travel through our bloodstream, through the blood-brain barrier, and act as a natural antidepressant. Now, we're going to do that in a lot of different ways here today, actually. We have almost different pharmaceutical factories, multiple pharmaceutical factories within our body. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward here, load up your arms, load up your legs. End of your exhale, walk or your light hop, feet between your hands. Good, inhale, give me that halfway lifty, flat backy, breathe in. And then exhale, fold, empty, dive in deep. Inhale, rise with your flat spine. Pull out long, reach your hands in the sky. You got your left wrist, or that steeple mudra. Exhale, leaning to your right. Ooh, make it feel nothing short of amazing here, everybody. Inhale, back up, reach up and switchy. Exhale, leaning left, pressing hips right. Very nice. Inhale, come on back through center. Lean back, stretch. Feel and create that space and length within your body. Exhale, fold and squat all the way down. Heels lift. You're in this ball pose, chin to your chest. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, chest pulls out. Exhale, plant your palms, step to plank. Shift it forward and lower, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, give me that upward facing dog. The blood and the body, everything's starting to flow. Exhale, hips to the sky. Doggy. How's that breathing, everybody? Is there any way you can make it maybe a little bit deeper without straining with it? More, perhaps, meditative. Smoothing it out. Annie's doing a phenomenal job here. We're off to a good start. It took some a little twisting of her arm to get her back here, but but she did it. All right. One more breath on your own, everybody. One more flow here on your own. We've just done 3 together. Let's not try not to forget that ball squat after you're reaching high, and I'll meet you right back here in downward facing dog. We're breathing deep. We're breathing full. We're breathing in the vitality. And we're breathing out the anxiety. We got some good stuff cooking here today, y'all. Downward facing dog. And hey, we've got our integration series in the rear view. We've got our first warm-up flow in the rear view. Let's take your feet a little bit wider, and just like you did earlier, we'll angle your heels in, toes out. I guess we didn't do it just like this earlier, but walk your hands back towards your feet, and once again, we'll squat down, Malasana, your frog pose. Hopefully, it's a little bit easier to get into this shape in your body. And by the way, these are all shapes that the body was meant to be able to do. You haven't done them for a while, might be a little challenging. You have an injury, that might be challenging, or you might want to skip it. But take a moment here and once again thank yourself. It's going to be worth it. You're doing a huge, huge service for yourself, one that nobody else can do. Let's flow 3 times now, everybody. Inhale, now stand up, sweep your arms out to the side, reach them high to the sky. Exhale, squat right back down, hands through your heart. There you go. Give me 2 more, huh? Inhale, stand up, sweep up, and drink up all that ocean air. Exhale, squat right back down, hands through heart. Last one, everybody. Inhale, out, up, breathe it in. Beautiful. Exhale, slide it right back down, hands through heart. Take an inhale at the bottom, breathe in here. And then exhale, release to forward fold. Straighten your legs. Heel toe your feet back into about just hips width apart. Let's walk our hands right back to your downward facing dog. And then from here, take an inhale, bend your knees, press your hips back and look forward. End of your exhale, walk or your light hop of feet between your hands, heels and toes touch together. Inhale, give me a halfway lifty, flat backy, Ardha Uttanasana. Looking for length here. And then exhale, fold, navel in. Heels and toes all the way together. Inhale, chair pose. Sink your hips, lift your chest, reach your hands high to the sky. It's called Utkatasana. Toes, heels, and knees are squeezing. Bring your weight back into your heels and then take an inhale here. Exhale, chair plane, jet airplane your arms. There we go. Now shift your weight into your left foot. And on your inhale, one-legged Tadasana, lift your right knee, reach your hands high to the sky. Good. Steady. Steady breathing. If your eyes are wandering all over the place, you want to steady your visual gaze. A soft focus. Squeeze your left quadricep. Looks awesome. Take an inhale here. Exhale back to airplane pose. Take your right leg, extend it straight back. That inward rotation once again, so the inner thigh spiraling up, the outer down. Shoulder blade squeeze. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Last 2 breaths here, y'all. You do? Exhale, last inhale. If you wanted to reach your hands forward, you totally could. Exhale, low lunge, set everything down. Bring your hands to the ground. Step your right foot way back. Inhale, left leg high to the sky, 3-legged dog. Bend your left knee, stack your hip. There you go, circle it out. Kick it out. If you want to flip that dog, everybody, you go for it. There we go. Breathe, everybody. 5, 4. Last 3, 2. All right, inhale. Take her back to 3-legged dog. Your left leg high to the sky. Exhale, shift forward. Touch your left knee to your left elbow. Push your breath out. And then inhale, take it across to your right elbow. Drink it back up. Exhale, left elbow. Do it again, y'all. Inhale, right elbow. Slow. Exhale, left elbow. Can you soften your face, your jaw? One more. Inhale, left elbow. Good. And the right elbow. Inhale, reach your left leg high to the sky. Exhale, sweep through for low lunge. Stay high in the ball of your right foot. And inhale, rise to crescent pose. Anjaneyasana, hands to the sky. Good. Same as our balancing, right? Steady gaze, steady breath, every posture. If balance is the issue here, my guess would be you're kind of walking a tightrope right down the center of your mat. Feet should be hips width apart. Train tracks, they say. And then inhale, be active and engaged. Think about upper body ascending. You're reaching higher. Exhale, sink in, down a little bit deeper. There we go. Take another inhale, reach it high. And then exhale, open up, warrior 2. Spin your back foot flat. You might need a little bit longer of a stance. And first, standing open hip posture. So if you want to bend and straighten in and out of your front left leg, it's usually a little reprieve. You can do that. There we go. And then once we sink in deep, we find, so we can slide that foot over a little bit maybe. And we find this heel in alignment with the right arch of our foot. Left heel, right arch. Gaze out over your left fingertips. Inhale, breathe. Can you get taller on your inhale? And then wider at the top. Can you stretch your arms? Pull them away from each other. And then exhale, sink down a little bit deeper. Very good. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Now stay low in your lunge. Inhale, reverse warrior. Right hand's going to slide down the back of our right leg. That left knee is going to want to pull inward, but it's almost like she intuitively knows that it wants to do that, and she fixes it right there. She must have a good instructor, everybody. Take one more inhale, reach it high, breathe in big. Beautiful. Exhale, windmill your hands to the ground. Step your left foot back, shift forward and lower with control. Chaturanga. Inhales the upward facing dog, feeding your heart through. And then exhale, send your hips to the sky. So we doggaroo. Inhale right away. We're going to bend our knees, look forward here. End of your exhale, walk or that light hop, feet between your hands. Inhale, give me a halfway lifty, flat back, eek. Exhale, fold, dive, and empty her out completely. Inhale, chair pose. Sink your hips, lift your chest, reach to the sky, eek. Exhale, chair plane, jet airplane your arms. Good. Weights in your right foot this time. And then inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Lift your left knee, reach your hands to the heavens. You hear me say it every class. Steady gaze, steady breath, steady body, steady mind. You're doing fantastic, everybody. Take one more inhale. Exhale, airplane pose. Take your left leg, extend it straight back. You're trying to bring your torso parallel to the ground. You're trying to bring your heel, your hip, and your head in one line. If it doesn't end up being totally that, it's all good. But we're working with purpose and on purpose. Squeeze your shoulder blades, squeeze your right quadricep. 2 breaths here, y'all. Inhale. Exhale, last inhale. If you wanted to reach your hands, you totally could. And then exhale, low lunge. Bring your hands to the ground. Step your left foot way back. Inhale your right leg high to the sky. 3-legged doggy. Bend to that knee. Stagger that hip, y'all. Open hip. There we go. Some of y'all were flipping your dog. I know Annie was. If you need to make one side different from the other, again, you personalize your practice. Breathe well. 5. 4. Very nice. Last 3. 2, all right. Inhale, we're coming back to 3-legged, right leg high. Exhale, right knee to right elbow, empty out. Inhale, left elbow, take it across. And then right elbow, bring her right back. Again, inhale, left elbow. Exhale, right elbow. Last one, inhale, left. And exhale, right. Inhale, reach your right leg back up high. Exhale, see if you can step it through to your hands, heel, ball, toe. Give her a try. Stay high in the ball of your left foot. Inhale, rise to crescent pose, Anjaneyasana. There we go. And adjust, right? You want to be balanced and steady. In fact, in any shape, every posture we do, check 1 is like steady gaze, steady balance. Check 2 is, steady gaze, steady breath. Check 2 is balance, stability, alignment. And then check 3 is enhancement, modification, or refinement. Just take another breath. Inhale, we're reaching higher. Exhale, we're sinking lower. Take an inhale, reach. Exhale, open up. Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana B. There we go. We just heel toe that foot to the center of our mat. If you want to bend and straighten, you can do that. Good, and then sink in deep. Now your back left toes can angle forward slightly. That is just a little inward rotation. And then you know the breathing. Through your nose, breathing taller, wider. This is really breathing in 360 degrees. And then exhale, sinking down, little bit, very nice. Give me another inhale. Exhale, stay low in your lunge. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Left hand slides on the back of our left leg. Right hand reaches up, reaches back, opening through your right rib cage, side body, and all the interconnective tissue. Give it one more. Inhale. Ah, beautiful. Exhale, windmill down. Step your right foot back. Shift forward and lower with control. Chaturanga. Inhale's that upward facing, heart coming through. And then exhale, hips to the sky. Sweet dogger, y'all. Woo! What do you say? Man, we're running out of time here, y'all. Inhale, bend your knees. Press your hips back. Look forward. End of your exhale, walk or that light hop, feet between your hands. Inhale is a halfway lift with a full breath in. Exhale is a fold. You're diving and emptying out. Inhale, chair pose. Sink your hips. Lift your chest. Reach to the sky. Exhale, chair plane. Jet airplane your arms. Shift your weight in your left foot, everybody. Inhale, right knee lifts. Reach your hands high to the sky. And then big movement. Exhale, low lunge. Step it all the way back. Bring your hands to the ground. Stay high in the ball of your right foot. Inhale, crescent pose. Rise up, reach up, and fill up. Exhale, warrior two. Open wide. Sink deep. Spread those wings. Good, Annie. Stay low. Inhale, reversing your warrior. Big with that beautiful breath. Exhale, take it on down. Step it on back. Moving through that flow, everybody. Upward facing, heart coming through. Exhale, hips to the sky. Doggaroo. Inhale, bend knees. Look forward. End of exhale, walk or that light hop, feet between your hands, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Pull your chest and pull your spine long. Exhale, fold, dive, and empty out strong. Inhale, chair pose. Sink your hips, lift your chest, reach. Exhale, chair plane. Weights in your right foot. Inhale, left knee lifts. Reach your hands to the sky. Exhale, low lunge. Step all the way back. Hands to the ground. Inhale, crescent pose. Rise up, reach up, and fill up. Exhale, warrior two. Open your heart towards Mission Beach. Very good. Inhale, reversing your warrior here. Exhale, take it on down. Step it on back. Woo! Great job, Annie. Upwards is your inhale. Exhale, hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. Just take a breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Let's keep her going. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. End of exhale, walk or your light hop, feet between your hands. Inhale, give me a halfway lifty, flat baggy, breathe it in. Exhale, fold, dive, and empty her out completely. Inhale, chair pose, sink your hips, lift your chest, reach. Exhale, chair plane. Weight is again in your left foot. Here we go, Annie. Inhale, right knee lifts, reach to the heavens. How graceful, Annie. Can you exhale, take it back to low lunge? Step her back. Remember, high in the ball of your right foot. Inhale, rise, all good. The crescent pose, reach it high. Exhale, warrior two. Heart towards La Jolla. Inhale, reversing. Big, beautiful breath. Exhale, take it on down. Step it on back. Great job. Upwards is your inhale. Exhale, hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. Right away. Inhale, bending knees, looking forward. End of exhale, walk or lightly hop. Yeah. Inhale, halfway. Ardha, chest pulls out. Exhale, fold, navel in. Inhale, chair pose. Sink your hips, lift your chest, reach. Exhale, chair plane. Weights in your right foot. Now smooth. Inhale, lift your left knee and reach your hands to the sky. Exhale, low lunge all the way back. Inhale, crescent. We rise and reach high. Exhale, warrior two. Spin your back foot flat. Inhale, reversing. Reach up and away. Exhale, take it on down. Step it on back. Yeehaw. Great job, Annie. I'll meet you right back in downward facing dog, everybody. Downward facing. Take a breather. Inhale. Exhale. From here, let's walk our hands back towards our feet. Let's take Padagustasana. So you can grab your big toes with your middle and index fingers. If you'd rather take Padahastasana, you're sliding your whole hand underneath your toes up to the creases of your wrist. And you can bend your knees. Inhale, find a halfway lift, chest pulls out long. And then exhale, we'll fold down deep. We're going to pull with our arms, allow our elbows to bow out to the sides. And how much engagement do we need? How much sensation do we want? Well, your body is communicating all that to you. And your breath is kind of the barometer here as well, right? If you go too far and your breath starts to spin out of control, well, chances are we've gone a little bit too far. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, everybody. Inhale. Exhale. Great job. Release that. Walk your hands forward to plank pose. All the way to plank. Dandasana. Squeeze your legs together. Heels and toes, legs squeezing. Now ground into your right hand and roll open to your left for Vashisthasana or side plank pose. Lift your hips here. Engage your outer obliques. You could drop to your right knee if you'd like. Annie here is modifying with her feet one behind the other. A little bit easier for balance. Great. Awesome. Breathe. 5. And if you wanted to lift your left leg up your right, you totally could. 4. You could take your left hand and reach it towards the ocean. 3. There we go. A lot of strength, a lot of length, a lot of vitality. 2. Inhale. Exhale, plank. Pull your left knee into your nose. Inhale, reach your left leg back up high to the sky. And then exhale, sweep her back through to your hands for that low lunge. Now stay low. Spin your back foot flat. Take your left hand to the inside of your left foot, your right hand to your right hip. Now peel your hip and heart open to face La Jolla. So this is like warrior 2 legs, right? And it's open hip, so you do want your hips facing La Jolla. If you need to come up away from the ground in order to make that easier, come up and bring your forearm to your thigh. Take your right hand, reach it to the sky. Good, breathe. Maybe take your right hand, reach to the ocean. This is extended side angle pose, Uttita Parishvakonasana. Breathe here. 5. 4. Very nice, everybody. Last 3. 2, all right. Inhale, come up, warrior 2. Straighten your front left leg. You can shorten your stance a little bit here for triangle pose. Still got heel to arch. Both legs are straight now. Inhale, reach out, out, out. And then rotate. Left hand down, right hand high for triangle pose. We're breathing here, everybody. Still rolling open. Still trying to keep your body as narrow as possible. 5. 4. We're going to head into a little bit of balancing, Ardha Chandrasana, in 3. If you're still with us, keep following along. Just listen to my words, y'all. Annie's taking a sunscreen break, and I don't blame her. 2. Maybe I can hop in here, huh? Inhale, look down. Bend your front left knee. Slide your left fingertips about a foot forward. And then lean into your front left leg. And take your back right leg up parallel to the ground. That is Ardha Chandrasana. You're balancing half moon. Now here, focus on your foundational leg. Drive through the heel. Again, squeeze that quadricep. And then your top left foot, you're flexing it, and you're spiraling your toes away from the ground. So open hip posture here. There you go. Steady gaze, steady breath. Last 2 here, everybody. Inhale. Exhale. Take an inhale here. And then bend your left knee a lot. Exhale, right hand to the ground. Bring your right knee into your nose. Inhale, take a one-legged halfway lift. Look up and lengthen out. We're exhale, just going to step back to low lunge once again. There you go. Inhale, rise back up to crescent pose. Reach your hands to the sky. Exhale, slide your hands to heart center. Lean forward, and then rotate to your left. Hook your right elbow outside of your left knee or thigh. And once you get there, taking a second to maybe adjust a little bit more. Can you become more stable? For some of us, that's dropping a back knee to the ground. But once you are stable, we'll push a little bit. We'll see what we can get cooking, huh? Inhale. Navel in as you twist. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale it out. Last one, y'all. Take an inhale here. Ah, beautiful. Exhale. Let's just release to low lunge. I know you wanted to stretch. We'll get to it next time. Step your left foot back to your right in plank pose, high push-up position. Breathe here. Squeeze your legs together. Ground into your left hand, and inhale, roll open to your right. Side plank pose, Vashisthasana. Good, everybody. Stay with it. Stay with it. Nothing of great value is ever easy. Your physical health, mental clarity, and emotional sense of balance are no exceptions. Breathe. 5. Maybe you want to lift your right leg up. 4, maybe not so much. Right hand overhead, bicep by ear. 3, 2, take an inhale here. Nice work. Exhale to plank. Pull your right knee into your nose. Inhale, reach your right leg back up high. Exhale, sweep through to your hands, low lunge. Spin your back foot flat. Remember, we've got this warrior 2 alignment with your legs. Right hand to the inside of your right foot. And then left hand to your hip. Peel your hip and heart open. And then lift your left hand high to the sky for side angle. And if you just went into warrior 2 right before that, I wouldn't blame you. Normally, when you go into extended side angle, you start from a warrior 2 in a vinyasa or power yoga class. So if you need to do that, all good. Take your left hand, reach it overhead, your bicep by your ear. See what you can get cooking sensation-wise, length-wise. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Very good. Very good. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, everybody. Inhale. Exhale. All right. Great job. Inhale, back up. Warrior 2. Straighten your front right leg. Shorten your stance a little bit. 3-angle pose. Inhale, reach, reach, reach. Keep it a length. Tick-tock of the arms. Right hand down, left hand high. Oh, this is a great one, everybody. Your hamstring, your hip, but you probably know that. You probably know that. If you've been sitting on a plane, if you've been sitting in a car, maybe you've been traveling from D.C. to San Diego, it's a real sweet one right here, y'all. 2 more breaths. We're moving into balance. Inhale, inhale. Exhale, all right. Inhale, bend your front right knee. Slide your right fingertips about a foot forward. Lean into your front right leg and take your back left leg up parallel to the ground. Ardha Chandrasana, you're balancing half moon. Driving down your right heel. Squeezing the quadricep. Your top left foot, you're flexing those toes. You're spiraling away from the ground. And just finding a place of balance with your gaze, with your breath, and eventually your body and your mind. The intention of this whole practice is to soothe the agitated mind. Come back to a place of balance, of equanimity. Take an inhale here. Bend your right knee a lot. Exhale, left hand to the ground, left knee into your nose. Inhale, one-legged halfway lift. Chest pulls out, left leg extends back. Exhale, step back to a low lunge. Stay high in the ball of your left foot. And inhale, rise to crescent pose, hands to the heavens. Exhale, slide your hands to heart center. Lean forward, twisting to your right. Pavarita Anjaneyasana. It's all downhill after this, everybody. You could say it's kind of the peak posture. In a lot of power yoga and vinyasa yoga classes, they'll do that. You'll kind of work up to a peak posture. I typically do not, but if you wanted one, here you go. All right? 3 more breaths. Inhale, drive back through your heel. Reach out through your head. You're trying to work these 2 points away from each other to create space within your body. And then exhale, navel in, twist. Focus on your breath to create space within your mind. Last 2, inhale. Exhale, we got one more by inhale. Very nice. Exhale, release to low lunge. Walk your hands to the left, straighten both legs and parallel your feet. Prasarita Padottanasana. Ooh. Take your hands underneath your shoulders and then turn them around, your fingers to face the opposite side. Yeah, lengthen out, inhale, and then exhale, fold. See if you can just take your hands and walk them back towards that back edge of your mat. And if they're touching the ground, you can use that maybe just a little bit of traction and leverage to draw your heart and torso through and just make that stretch really sweet. Same breathing we began with about 50 minutes ago. Whoo! All right, everybody, let's walk our hands back underneath our shoulders. Inhale, find a halfway lift, flat back and lengthen. Exhale, we'll walk our hands back to the top of our mat, low lunge. Inhale, we'll step our left foot back to our right in plank pose, high push-up. And then exhale, we'll lower and take it all the way down. There you go. And then take your arms and open them like airplane wings. Zip up your legs and exhale everything out. And then inhale, let's lift everything up. Lift everything up. Good. We've been we've been lengthening with all these forward folds. We've done some strengthening around our 360 core, our arms, our legs. Here, the posterior chain. You want to have a strong but supple posterior chain. And this practice addresses both of those things. Take one more inhale, lift it up, breathe it in. And exhale, release. Drop your left ear to your mat. Run your hands along your side body. Relax. From here, chin facing forward, bend your knees, grab right foot or ankle with right hand, left with left. Exhale everything out. And then inhale, kick your legs up and back and lift everything up. Dhanurasana, your floor bow. Kicking up, kicking back, Bringing your knees in towards each other. Pushing a little bit, but making it sweet. 3 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Last 2, everybody. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Lifting, breathing. And exhale, releasing. Opposite ear to the mat. You can bend your knees, windshield wiper your legs, and whoo. Let's meet back in downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg high to the sky. Exhale, sweeping it through. Half pigeon pose. I could see the anxiety leaving Annie's face here as we go to half pigeon. Walk your hands out when you're ready. Drop your head down and just focus on that breathing once again. Good opportunity just to look for sensation. And if you consider why you're getting sensation, for most of us, it's going to be in our glute and our hip, and it's because of tightness. So breathe into that sensation. Breathe into it. Soften it. Very nice. From here, walk your hands back out of this one. You can plant your palms. Step it on back, downward facing dog. Or you might want to pedal your feet out a little bit. And then you switch it up. Inhale, right leg, send her high. Exhale, sweep her through. Eka Pada Raja Kapotasana, your half pigeon pose. Hands walk back, open hard on your inhale. And then exhale, walk your hands out. I long for the day, everybody, that I'll be back out there with you for a proper yoga class. But in the meantime, I'm appreciative of everybody that's helped us out back here, Annie especially today. Appreciative of all of you who continue to show up to the practice, whether it's here in the park or online, and support us. So we'll get through it. You know, if you're committed, there's always a way, and I am at this point surely committed to this and committed to all of you. So I thank you so much for your support. Last couple breaths here. All right, everybody, downward facing dog. One real quick one right here, just to kind of reset. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. End of your exhale, come all the way through to seated. Take your legs out in front of you. Point your toes straight up. You can bend your knees. Inhale, reach both hands high. Exhale, fold all the way down. Paschimottanasana, or your seated forward fold. Again, you can bend your knees a lot here if you'd like. At this point in the practice, I would still be bending mine at least a little bit. Let your head drop down, let your back round. This deep breath in, and this slow breath out. One more, inhale. Exhale. Stagger back up. And you roll easily onto your back. Happy baby pose is awaiting once you're there. There we go, everybody, and maybe a little twist here to finish us out. Which twist? Well, there's plenty to choose from, and it's totally up to you. Unless you'd like something totally different, which is absolutely acceptable. We're going to twist and hit both sides. Fix it. Fix it. Come here. Come here. Come and get it. Come on and get it. Once you're all evened out, take her back through center. Pull both knees in. And then just going to release and allow your legs to fall out in front of you. Here, your toes will probably fall open, palms face up along your side body. Could take up some space. Get comfortable. Ooh. Take a big inhale here through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. Again, inhale. Empty out. One more, inhale. Hold full. And release. Let your breath settle. Let your body soften. Shavasana. I'll guide us out in just a few moments. Feels like coming home after a long trip each and every time I step on my mat. And today's no exception. If you're ready to move on with your day, you can just breathe lightly. If you want to take a little bit of movement, you do that. If you'd like to wiggle a little bit, fingertips, wrists, ankles, go for it. Option to roll on your side as well. And also option to make your way to seated. There you go. Just like in the beginning, we thank ourselves for showing up to our mat. You've accomplished something huge. Thank yourself. I thank you as well for your support, for showing up. I thank you so much for honoring that donation-based system. That keeps us alive, everybody. That's what makes this practice accessible to everybody. So thank you for honoring that donation-based system. Thank you for your generosity in doing that. The Venmo is at Namasteve Yoga. I want to thank once again my model, Annie. We'll see y'all tomorrow morning. Namaste. Yeah, I get it, Vixen. It's time to go outside.